Hi friends! I thought that today we would experiment with some colors. So all you're gonna need for this experiment is a piece of foil or even a Ziploc bag will work. I've even done this on a cookie sheet. Anything that the markers we're going to be using, these are just washable markers. Whatever the markers won't be absorbed onto. My son is playing with the big marker container, so sorry about the noise. So the marker colors that you're going to need are the primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue. But I like to switch out red for a pink or magenta. And the blue that I'm using is like a light blue. So magenta and cyan are what some artists believe are the actual true primary colors rather than red and dark blue. Because when you use these three colors, when you mix them together, two at a time, you can create some really bright, vibrant, and beautiful secondary colors. So these are the three I'm going to be using. So I'm going to set these over here. And then I have just some little pieces of copy paper that I've cut up. I have 4 of them. And then you'll also need either a spray bottle with water or a water cup and paintbrush. You might even be able to use your finger if you don't have a paintbrush. Now I'm going to take my foil or whatever you're using as foil, and I'm just going to tape it to the table just so it doesn't move around. Then we're going to pick our first 2 primary colors to experiment with. So I think I'm going to use my pink, and I'm going to put a good amount of pink on my foil. Now I think I'm going to do, maybe I'll do yellow next to the pink. Now you don't want to color your yellow on top of the pink. You want to color your yellow next to it, because if you color on top of the color you just used, your colors are going to mix together in your marker tip, and that's not good. Now here comes the magical part. The magical part. So this is where we're going to use our paintbrush. So when we use our paintbrush or our water, we're going to mix these colors together, and you should start to see a new color. So this is starting to turn a little bit orange, but I think it's still really pink. So what I'm going to do, add some more yellow. Now, more water. And you don't want to add too much water, because then your color won't be bright when we put it on the paper. There we go. There's our orange color. So when you do experiments as scientists, sometimes you have to make adjustments, and you have to monitor and observe what's happening. So we had observed that was very pink. So I had to make an adjustment or be flexible and add some more of my yellow. So now is where we're going to document our colors that we create. So I'm just going to take my piece of paper. Oh, there's a sneaky boy over here trying to play in the water. No, sir. So I'm just going to put my paper on there, and it's going to absorb the color. Then I think I'm going to get a pencil. I'm going to be a good scientist, and I'm going to document what primary colors made this secondary color. So the secondary color is orange. Oh, look at this baby hand sneaking in here. So I'm going to write pink plus yellow. All right. Now I'm going to scoot this over to the side, and we're going to do the next colors. So before I move on to my next colors, I am going to wipe off my foil. I'm just going to use a little cloth here. You can use a paper towel. Now, I think the two colors I'm going to use next are blue. And I know that blue is a darker color than yellow. So, what do you think? What color should I use more of to make sure that we get a new color? I'm thinking, since this is dark and this is light, I might need more of this. Little boy, would you like to come and paint this? Okay, here you go. Go ahead and paint. It's making a new color. What color do we see? I'm gonna try to scooch all this color toward the middle. There we go. Now I'm gonna be a good scientist. And I think I'm gonna... The little boy is so sad. Here, you can play with the paintbrush. We're gonna be good scientists and we're gonna label, oh good job, the paper beforehand. Blue and yellow. Now if you're doing this with a marker, make sure that the marker you're documenting with is not a washable marker because it will bleed with the water that we have here. So I'm gonna flip this over. Pat, pat, pat. There we go. All right, so there is one more color combination that I have not tried, and it's these two. But I'm gonna let you guys do the hardest experiment of all. These two colors are both pretty intense and dark. So they are going to fight each other to try to take over the new color. It's either going to try to be really pink or it's gonna try to be really blue. But I want to see if you guys, as smart scientists, can figure out, be flexible, and adjust, and maybe even fail a couple of times, and see if you can make the color that pink and blue will make. Share your experiment results with me, and I can't wait to see what you guys make. Happy experimenting!